Corticotropin.
Oh, sorry. Increases thyroid hormones cause a decrease in, oh yeah, so this last bullet is the negative feedback thing, okay? Let's skip this for just a second so we can find the thyroid. Oh, this is, we're not really talking about, these are just, we're going through the hormones right now. Just kind of skip these for a second so we can just go to the thyroid. So we're going to do this guy right here. We're going to do these ones, okay? Thyroid stimulating hormone. There's your thyroid, which secretes that, and then calcitonin. Okay, so here's thyroid. We'll go back to those other ones. Thyroid. Here it is. We always like rip it off, like when we're trying to find the trachea in the pig. Okay. Four atoms of, why is it T4? 4 atoms of iodine, 3. You guys, how do we, Elizabeth, what should we consume when you go to the store? What do we make sure we buy for our thyroid? Iodine, where do you get it?
Salt.
Your salt. So when you go, you get that girl with the umbrella or whatever. There's 2 salts. There's one that says with iodine and one without. So you always get the one with for this. Why? Because the thyroid can't make those 2 hormones without iodine. It uses iodine to make the thing. So like when you're doing surgery, I don't get it. What's up with the iodine?
It's also disinfectant.
It's an antiseptic. So, you know, the yellow, like, stain, it's also an antiseptic, a different form, but it's iodine. Okay.
So what's with the people taking iodine pills for possible radiation exposure? What does that do?
Placebo effect?
I don't. Oh, it might pick up. Does it protect the thyroid?
It protects the thyroid.
Protects the thyroid.
Uh-huh.
Sounds right.
Because of the radiation will kill the thyroid, and it'll stop working, but the iodine protects it, keeps it working. That's initially why they started putting it in the salt, because of like nuclear bombs back in the past. That's what started it all, to make sure people were getting it.
Okay, cool. Okay, thyroid. What does it do? Thyroid. It increases the rate of ATP production in the mitochondria. It affects the thyroid, sends out these T3, T4, calcitonin 2, nearly every cell in the body. Calorigenic effect is when cells use more energy than necessary, uses more energy. Measured in calories, thyroid hormones is essential to normal development of skeletal, muscular, nervous systems. Those are your 3. Your T3, T4. But also you have calcitonin. What?
Bones.
Yes. Calcitonin stimulated by increases in calcium. When you have too much, so when you have too much calcium, not too much, but you know, your blood is increases in the level of calcium. What does it do? Tells your, here's your bone. Remember, there's your medulla there, and you got these little guys here. Those are your osteoclasts. What do osteoclasts do? they break down the bony matrix
To be
to
reused.
provide your blood with
Calcium.
calcium.
And
But if we have too much calcium, if we have enough, we have an abundance, then it tells your, where'd it go?
third bullet down.
Then it tells these guys to, I'm good, don't break down any more bone. And I think also it tells your osteoblasts to lay down new
More.
bony matrix, yeah. So it tells your osteoclasts to stop, it tells your osteoblasts to go and make, right guys, you drink milk, you make your bone stronger. This is it right here, this is how, it's calcitonin. And then of course it also stimulates calcium excretion so you don't get hyper, you don't end up being toxic. Essential for normal bone growth in children and last trimester pregnancy. There's your, so, but you gotta remember, the thyroid comes into play when you have too much calcium, not too little. Why do I say that? Because once you get to hypercalcemia, because once you get to the parathyroid, that does the opposite. It's stimulated by too little calcium. I don't have enough. I'm not getting enough calcium, and I need calcium for my bones and for my nerves and my muscles. Where do I get it from then? It activates osteoclasts to start breaking down your bone to release calcium, and it stops osteoblasts, and it reduces calcium excretion by the kidney, and to get rid of, and it stimulates the kidney to get rid of any extra calcitrol. You see how it does the opposite. So along with the thyroid doing the mitochondria thing, it also secretes calcitrol when you have too much calcium.
What happens when you have too much calcium? How does that?
I don't mean too much calcium. When you have an elevated level of calcium, like not too much. I mean, it's good to have calcium. So when you have an elevated level, and then when you have low levels of calcium, it's not thyroid, it's parathyroid. Where is it? So here's your thyroid, you guys. This is your thyroid. Then you have these little spots on the back of your thyroid. These are para like around. Those 4 little dots there.
So it's facing.
They're faced like posterior, yeah. They're facing like posterior.
Are
And
we
then
gonna
that-
find those on the piglets today?
Pigs?
So if you didn't dissect,
I would.
because we usually like rip it right off.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what
you guys see that nice cartilaginous rings?